Welcome to the inside of my analog brain that I use as a tool to help me keep my shit together. I'll be sharing 6 benefits of bullet journaling along with a hidden bonus benefit I discovered along the way. The most basic benefit of a bullet journal is using it to keep track of important dates and things I need to get done. I have an annual setup that gives me a bird's eye view of the year, a monthly one that does the same for the month, and a daily section that holds the meat and potatoes for each day. Nothing earth-shattering here, but something my former self failed to understand the obvious need for. I tried using other electronic organizers, but I always made things overly complicated and I hated having to use my phone more than I already do. Which leads into productivity. If I have to look at my phone first thing in the morning to orient myself for the day, I'm already screwed. Guarantee I'll end up looking at memes and instantly vaporize precious time I could have spent on things I complain I don't have enough time for.
Jigsaw, idiot.
Also, there's something so much more satisfying to me about crossing off handwritten to-dos versus checking them off on a phone. Having a finite amount of space within each day forces me to choose a maximum of 3 things I want to get done that day. This keeps me grounded with realistic expectations of my capacity, and the momentum of completing just that one or few things actually makes me more productive and naturally overflows into the next benefit. Getting your priorities straight. I know it seems much less convenient to write things down when you can literally tell a robot friend to take notes for you. But the action of going out of my way to write something down instantly makes it more important to me. In the Bujo world, there's something called migration where you copy things over into the next month or day. This is part of what sets the bullet journaling method apart from regular task managing. This provides a moment to see what I didn't make time for, aka where my priorities lie. If I keep pushing back a negotiable task for 4 days or months straight, that's a good sign that I need to reassess this priority and think twice about why I think I want to do this so bad and why I'm not. Similar to sorting out priorities, it's been very helpful making patterns in my life more apparent. For example, I use this thoughts section to write down considerations, ideas, or general reminders that aren't exactly tasks. I recognize that I kept writing about financial goals and not taking action. This ultimately pushed me into making my first substantial investment and finally opening up a 401k so I wasn't just blabbering about working toward financial goals and actually doing it. Deciding if I want to register for a course, deciding to change up my study strategy a month before a life-changing exam, deciding where to get a job, deciding to let go of other projects, deciding to change the focus of my YouTube channel. After picking up the breadcrumbs of my patterns and priorities, decision-making became more clear. I have months of clues that generate pros and cons that speak to what I really want in life. My journal will almost always have the answer for tough decisions because I have evidence of what my time and energy goes into and how I really feel about it. And speaking of feelings, my favorite benefit is how it improves mental clarity. At first, I mostly used my bullet journal as a super task manager, but eventually I ended up using it to answer prompts from books I was reading or deep life questions I started asking myself.
Am I like this?
This may have been something to do with the perceived quote-unquote crisis of turning 30 that prompted my journey of mindfulness. Next thing you know, I come across this video by the YouTuber Truthless. Turns out I didn't know shit about fuck when it came to using a journal for mental clarity. To hopefully relieve stress and continue down this new path of mapping out life direction, I tried out his journaling prompts over the course of 3 months and impulsively bought his book. Now I'm routinely thought-dumping all the jambalaya that was cluttering my mind and exercising mindfulness like a gym rat. This has by far been the most useful benefit of using a bullet journal. Actually using it like a journal, but not in the Dear Diary type of way. Ever since I started doing this, I feel like my goals and purpose in life are becoming more clear and achievable because I'm constantly learning more about myself. Bonus benefit: dealing with perfectionism. A hidden benefit of bullet journaling is how it helps me deal with perfectionism. Seeing my less than perfect handwriting along with scribbles and screw-ups has helped me get over worrying so much about details of aesthetics that won't matter with the passage of time. This attitude of doing something so that it's good enough to serve its purpose has definitely trickled into several areas of my life where I may be wasting time trying to make things perfect. So if my experience has convinced you to try bullet journaling, start in the simplest way possible and don't shoot for the perfect journal by trying to do the most with it in the beginning. It should be a tool, not another task. Anyway, these are all the benefits I've discovered in the last 18 months. Otherwise, enjoy this next video where I speak from a time before bullet journaling.